10 ways to manage pain. Let's do this. Welcome back. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be doing a 10 things to keep in your emergency kit for chronic pain and fibromyalgia. Let's get going. So when it comes to the different symptoms that you might have from something like fibro, it can be so different for every single person, and it kind of varies from day to day as well, which is frustrating because it's a little bit unpredictable. I figured out a long time ago that there is no one solution that's going to fix everything, which is kind of frustrating and really, really annoying. A lot of times we will be able to sort of identify patterns and figure out, okay, this or that tends to trigger me. So a good tip is to keep a journal over when it is like really bad and try to figure out what things trigger you. For me, a lot of times it's weather. We were talking the other day, David and I, about how hot it is now that it's summer. And I've been complaining so much during winter because it triggers my pain. And David's like, wait, okay, so I thought you didn't like cold weather. Now you don't like warm weather. And I'm like, yeah, I just don't like weather. I don't like weather. Can we just not do that? Okay, so here are my top 10 things that I keep in my pain management, fibro management emergency kit. With pain management, I feel like a lot of times what works for me at least is layering different things. So there is my number one for my pain emergency kit is medication. Make sure that if I have something that I know will work, I bring my little pill box with my medicine with me at all times. Honestly, I think that we all wish that we could go to the doctor and they'd say, okay, this is what's wrong with you. This is what we're going to do here. Take this pill and everything gets fine and better from then on. That is rarely the case though. Sometimes, however, medication, different kinds can work for us. What I do is I always keep my little medicine tablet box with me. So this little guy has 2 different compartments in it for different kinds of medication, and I keep this with me, usually with medicine in it. That being said, sometimes pain meds are just not working for me. I don't know why. Some days they work, some days they don't work. It's just how it is. At those times, I like to maybe possibly take pain medication and also use my TENS machine. So number 2 on my list is my trusty TENS machine. TENS, not TENS as in, but TENS as in these like little electrode things. And you put those to the stickies. It sounds really weird, but you attach these to the stickies, and then you put them on whatever area is hurting. There's like different formations and how you're supposed to use them for various things and different body parts, but this really, really good. And the nice thing with the TENS machine, I find, is that it, because it's not medication, it's also, if you have issues with addiction or things like that, and people are worried about taking medicine or pills, the TENS machine is really, really nice because it is non-medication way of pain relief. So that is awesome. Number 3. I love my heated blanket. This thing is my best friend during winters and any time when it is colder or when things are just in general hurting. Heat is really nice and really great. Plus, I love this one because it's so soft, and that sort of, I think that sensory thing when I am in pain and everything is just hypersensitive is just like, oh, I really love it, which is one of the reasons I also love my Eeyore. Yes, maybe it's childish. I like my stuffies. But heated blanket, amazing and excellent during colder months or when you're in pain. Today we actually came across cooling blankets as well, which the kids, we got the kids one each, because it's been really hot for them when they're sleeping, like nowadays, because it's summer. So I would say trying to sort of regulate temperature with some form of blanket, like a heated blanket or a cooling blanket, because temperature fluctuations tend to trigger big time. Compression gloves, number 4. Okay, so a lot of times for me, it's my hands that bother me. They hurt, the joints are achy, and it is just really, really difficult because you do so many things with your hands. These compression gloves, I love these. They hug my hands. They hug my hands, and they do help. I think I got these, I got them ages ago. I can't even remember, maybe eBay actually, but I know that I have seen them on Amazon and like in different colors and stuff like that. So compression gloves are really good. Number 5, I'm gonna say aromatherapy oils. This one, a friend of mine gave me, and this is a pain relief blend. I don't know exactly what's in this one. There's a bunch of different aromatherapy oils that are good for pain relief. I think for myself, at least, like, I love aromatherapy, and I am a firm believer in it, but I don't think that this would work on its own for me, not at the level of pain I experience on a day-to-day basis. But it is one of those things that when you layer it with the other stuff, I feel that it really works. So I keep this one with me so I can maybe rub it on my hands if that's what's hurting. And that is something that I recommend, and I think is really good. And if you don't like one scent, there's usually another oil that also has pain relief as properties. So just Google and maybe ask somebody at either at a, I was going to say apothecary, what do you call it in English? Pharmacy, or like a health food store. They usually have them, or like doTERRA, which is where that one was from. They have a bunch of stuff that is really, really good. So that's where you can check what is good for what and find something that you think smells nice. I'm taking a bit of a break in editing this video because there was just something that I really wanted to address. So dealing with pain in any way, shape, or form, having to create new routines and ways of handling things, life is changing. And I think what I just wanted to sort of address was there's a lot of grief involved in the realization that you can't do the things you used to do, or that things are never going to be the same. That whole concept. Hey, Scarlet. I feel like Snow White. All the animals are coming out. There's another mosquito bite. Told you. Mosquitoes get me every time. Anyway, so there's a lot of grief involved in things are never going to be the same. And a friend of mine was really upset because the doctor had said, well, you'll never be able to. Things will never be the same again. And I know that I myself had a very similar reaction when my doctor said something similar in regards to my pain and my hip issues and things like that. Because I used to be a dancer, danced a lot, studied musical theater and those kinds of things. And just realizing that life is never going to be the same again can be really hard. But here's the thing that a lot of times we don't take into consideration: the whole concept of things are changing. Life is never going to be the same again. That's not just you, and that's not just me. That's everybody. We're supposed to change. Nobody is supposed to stay the same. You get what I'm saying? It's like, what did we expect? Like, I'm not the same person now that I was in my 20s, and expecting that and thinking that things are always going to be the same, that's just going to lead you to heartache, because that's not realistic for anybody with or without chronic pain. What I'm trying to say is embrace and love the person that you were in your 20s or wherever you were, but also that doesn't lessen who you are now and the amazing things that you have laying ahead of you. I know that I've talked about heat before, but it really is so good when it comes to pain relief. Don't judge me. This is it's so old and I've had it forever, but it's like an old friend. I can't throw it out. It broke, so I tied it off. But this is one of those heated, like one of those pads I think this one is filled with like wheat or something, and it is microwavable. It is microwavable, so just pop this in the microwave for like maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and it is perfect for like, putting on my hands, putting wherever is hurting, which is great. They also have, yes, this is me loving stuffies again. They also have like cute little bunny rabbits that are like heated, that you can put in the microwave, that are microwave safe and things like that. And that's really great. So cute. Because I do have a thing for stuffies, I might have to get one. But I have to say that if you do not have one of these, or if you do not feel that you want to go out and buy a stuffy, or you just don't want to spend money on that, something that I have done in a pinch is grab like a big sock or something like that, fill it with rice, tie it off, and use that. Just like pop it in the microwave for a few minutes, and that works just as well. I've never had issues with it at all. So sock, rice, tie it off, microwave, you're good. Allodynia, is that what it's called? I think so. So like oversensitivity of the skin, like things like just simple touch, things like that hurt. And one thing that I really love when it comes to this, and also just because massage helps to release oxytocin and serotonin and things like that are both calming but also pain relieving for you. So getting past that feeling, hand lotion. And what I like about this is that when it comes to using a lotion, you don't get the same sense of friction that you do without lotion. So I'm still able to, for example, massage my hands or whatever. For me, a lot of times it's the hands. Number 8, comfy clothes. Obviously, being comfortable is really important when you are in pain, because you don't want, being uncomfortable being one of the things just sort of adding to your misery. When it comes to colder weather, I usually have my fluffy robe, cozy sweatpants, soft, snuggly socks. So, warm and fuzzy in the winter, cool and just kind of breezy and airy in summertime is just comfortable. Okay, here's the last one-ish. Number 10. My 10th tip feels a little bit like I'm going to tell you guys to cheat, but I kind of am. Number 10 is cut corners, snip, snip. What I mean by this is a lot of times when we deal with pain, and we've talked, I know I've mentioned before things like spoon management and being careful with your energy expenditure and things like that. If you know that there is something that you really want to do, but it's going to cost you a lot of spoons, it's going to cost you a lot of energy, it's going to leave you really, really tired, and there might be a way of cutting corners and doing it for less of an energy output, then why would you spend more? It sounds so simple, but a bit, you know. For me, my main thing was my nails, because I love doing my nails. Because I love doing my nails and I like doing them a lot and often, I went a course so that I learned how to do my own nails. And for a long time, I was very like, I'd do my own gel nails, you know, it was a whole UV lamp, blah, 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 filing, this, that. And it takes a long time, like it genuinely does. And it takes energy. And I don't have that energy anymore. I still want my hands to look good. So for me, and yes, I know I have funky nails because I play a lot of string instruments, so I keep them short on this hand and long on this hand. But I do press-ons, and that to a lot of people, it's like, oh, what? That's cheating. Oh my gosh, that's so like, it's not proper gel nails and proper manicure. But I'm like, you know what? I like how they look, and it takes me 5 minutes as opposed to an hour to do it. So if that means that a nail's gonna pop off once in a while, then that's fine, because I always carry nail glue with me. I have one emergency one in my purse, and I have one in a little box on my desk at work. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cut the corner. I'm gonna snip, snip. Last and bonus thing that I use for pain management. So this is not the 10, but this is my trusty cane. I actually bought this in Estonia. I was gonna say a gazillion years ago, but I'm thinking it was probably 92. Yes, I'm old. I get it. I've got a cane. I'm old. No, but I got this because I thought it was cool and it looked like some kind of magical wizard wizard staff. And then when I realized like I kind of need something to help me walk, I cut it down to length and added this from a crutch on the bottom. And I love this. It really helps me in regards to feeling safe, feeling like I don't have to worry, and I'm cool with it. I really am. So taking and using anything that you might need to deal with your pain management, to make sure that even if I'm feeling good in the beginning of the day and I'm not having any issues with my hip, I'll still bring this along, because towards the end of the workday, I might not be feeling great. So thinking sort of in advance a lot of times. And if crazy wizard staff is not your thing, there are lots of really cute canes on like Amazon and online, wherever. I've seen these really cool ones that are like flowery and like, do you call it retractable? I think so. I'm thinking about getting, but yeah, I really like this, and it's something that I use and it works for me. So I think that being said, that is what this is going to be all about, is whatever works for you. Being that we all have different symptoms, do what works for you. Layer your options for the best result. Do not necessarily rely completely on one type of pain management, but try to sort of combine, make your own, because we're all unique. Obviously, this has been said so many times, but we are all different, and what works for me might not work for you. This is a friendly suggestion to something that you could possibly try. I hope that you guys have gotten something out of this, and I'll see you guys back next week. Bye-bye.